All right, so let's hop inside and see what this is all about. Interior looks really, really nice. And of course, everything's electric start. And there's quite a few different amenities inside here. We're gonna take off here and just see what we've got going with it. Looks like this has got real nice gear shift here. So simple dial. It's kind of got a rugged handle around the outside. Feels like a rubber tire on it. Steering wheel, of course, this one is heated and it's a good grip to it. The handling of this vehicle is really, it's so easy. It doesn't feel like an SUV. Well, here we are. We're in the 2021 Ford Bronco Sport. And this vehicle has gotten a lot of talk. A lot of people have said things about it. We're in a 4-cylinder EcoBoost. It's 4-wheel drive. All of them are 4-wheel drive. And, you know, we're looking for the big brother, the Bronco, to come out. But this one, being the first one released, the Bronco Sport, is really an easy to handle car. It's a SUV, and it's got everything you would imagine could be in a regular sedan Ford, but it's got the look and legacy of the original Bronco. So it's kind of got a head turn appeal, and people have kind of given the thumbs up, and they ask about what is that car, what is that SUV, and you know, as far as I'm concerned, this is a great truck. It's got a lot of little amenities, some fun things throughout it. It's got the bucking Bronco emblem found in many places all over this vehicle. One cool thing is the hidden bottle opener by the tailgate. Kind of a handy little thing to have back there, and a good thing it's backed by the tailgate. But for all intents and purposes, you're in a Ford vehicle. It's got the Ford Sync. Again, with 4-wheel drive, this has what's called a GOAT, which is I believe go over any terrain. So it's made to get where you need to be. Doesn't look like it have a massive clearance for any kind of deep, crazy 4-wheel drive, but it does have the strength. When I accelerate, the vehicle really responds rapidly. So that's the EcoBoost engine that you find that Ford has masterfully added to many of their fleet. But as this vehicle, I'm riding on a couple of particularly bumpy roads because I wanted to feel how the sport utility suspension handles on this and how it feels. And to be quite honest, it's surprisingly smooth for a what you'd say a small truck. But everything else about it, I would say it feels like it's a it's a car with a lot of room in it, because you feel like you're setting up high and everything around you is visible. The seat adjustments are easy, so you can get pretty good height in the ceiling. Now, I'm not that tall of a guy, but if you are tall, there's still a lot of headroom left here. And in the back, if you're sitting in the back seats, you can't see it from this angle probably, but the ceiling rises up too. So even if you're sitting in the back, you still have a lot of headroom back there. And leg room is more than adequate. The amenities as far as the ergonomics go, everything is within hand's reach. It's, again, like anything Ford has done, they've really put everything together just as if it were a luxury vehicle. But this one, the Bronco Sport, starts at below $30,000 and then goes up with different packages. I'm in the Outer Banks version here, which I believe the Outer Banks version is around 38. But when you look at everything you're getting for this in the Ford quality, it's really an impressive vehicle for the price. It actually is taking a step towards the SUV market that no one has in a while, which is getting a great quality vehicle at a affordable price point. And again, now I'm on smooth pavement, and well, I will have to say this is comparable to my F-150 ride, because it feels as if it's really smooth. I'm impressed with the ride on this. Handling seems to be very responsive to everything. The steering has no looseness to it whatsoever. It's almost kind of sporty feeling when you feel the reaction to it. So, and nothing is oversized in this either. Like many SUVs tend to like put a bigger steering wheel in and larger bulky things. They've kind of condensed everything to the necessities of what you need, and again, coming back to the ergonomics, I can see everything, and whatever I need to adjust, I can actually adjust on the fly. And if you can see, this is a 5-seater, so there's 3 seats in the back, right back here, and then what's the 2 seats up front. And I will say this, that the stereo system in here is pretty impressive too, because you wouldn't expect it to have much bass coming out of it, but it certainly had a good feel coming out of it. And of course you can adjust all of that. And with navigation and all the sync options, you have everything that Ford wants you to have at your fingertips, whether it is navigation or if it's stereo or climate control. Everything is right here on the screen. And that makes it pretty darn simple, because you want to be able to have that at your fingertips, and it is here. So if you want to have a radio station, you have it. You can add your phones, and everything can be done hands-free, as you have all your controls on the steering column here. So in a nutshell, I'm going to say I'm pretty impressed with the Ford Bronco Sport, the 2021 4-cylinder EcoBoost, particularly this Outer Banks version. And this is a pretty impressive vehicle. If you get a chance, get out and test ride one. Now, I'm driving this one from Ricart Automotive in Columbus, Ohio. So if you want to see what this vehicle is about, get out and talk to them. Let the Ford dealer know what you want to do, which is experience the Ford Bronco Sport. And as the Bronco comes out, which is probably next summer, then you'll have to attempt to try that one too, because that's a whole different level. But oh, another thing too, this has auto engine shutoff for fuel consumption. Gas mileage on this is probably around 24. I don't have the sheets in front of me, but from what I was told, it's around 24 on highway. In the city, you probably can't hear it very much, as I'm coming up to a red light here. The car shuts off as soon as you get to a point where it doesn't need to be running. So if you're in long, and there the engine's completely off. So now we're sitting with no engine running whatsoever, and conserving fuel as I sit and wait for a light to change. Other than that, this has got so many amenities to it. Its sunroof is right here above us, as you could probably see looking out into the sky. But there is so many different features about this that I really haven't even touched on. So you owe it to yourself to go out and test ride one of these. Find it at your, not every Ford dealer is going to have them right yet, but when they do, it's a great thing to look at. But this again is Ricart Automotive in Columbus, Ohio. So if you are in Ohio, you certainly could try to get out to Ricart and see what this one's about. Fun ride, easy ride, and comfortable ride. So I'm going to give it all the bucking Broncos up. So a bunch of thumbs up on the Ford Bronco Sport 4-cylinder EcoBoost. We'll go back and try something else here on Moto Fun. We'll see if we can find something else to ride. But for right now, this is the one that you want to see, and I would highly suggest you get out and give it a shot.